Voices rise, clash, and fold over one another. Hands reach for wares, snatch coins, pass baskets, feet stomp, pivot, turn. No one stands still. The air thrums with energy, laughter striking against sharp words. Deals are made and broken in the blink of an eye. Every eye watches, every ear catches, every hand moves. A hush pushes through the crowd. Feet pause mid-step, hands freeze over baskets. The center path opens like water. One man walks through, slow, steady, unhurried. Eyes follow his every move. Some frown, some whisper. The market shifts around him, bending to his passage without a sound. Then he collapses. The body hits hard. A thud echoes. Gasps burst like fire. Coins rattle. Baskets tilt. Trade stops. Voices halt, mid-word. Silence, heavy and sharp, grips the market. He stirs. One leg refuses to rise. The other drags him forward. Arms scrape against the ground. The effort is raw. He grunts, struggles, tries again. Nothing yields. The market watches, tense and uncertain. A cough, a sharp laugh, then another. Some clap mockingly. Others shake their heads, shaking off discomfort. Whispers slide through the crowd, quick as sparks. What foolishness! A trick? A man broken on purpose? One figure remains, eyes fixed, unblinking. Her chest tightens, hands still. While others look aside, her gaze holds him. Questions rise unspoken, daring the world to notice courage where fear hides. Baskets pulled, coins snatched, wares hidden. Fingers tighten on handles. Trust vanishes like smoke. The rhythm of trade falters again. Fear moves faster than sound. Little voices pierce the quiet. Why is he down? Is he hurt? Look, fingers jab, eyes widen. Curiosity burns hotter than laughter, sharper than whispers. They circle, daring each other closer, unafraid of warnings. A shadow moves, a voice low and hard. Move or leave. The crowd stiffens. No one dares question. The guard's presence cuts like a spear, firm, unyielding. I need water, he says. No bitterness, no shame, just a simple need. The words hang in the air, strange in their calm. The crowd stirs, unsettled by restraint. Water, you beg, someone hisses. Others murmur agreement. Voices rise, sharp and cruel. Yet he speaks again, steady, gentle. No tremor, no plea, only the quiet demand for basic mercy. He lifts his head slightly. Every twitch, every glance, every whisper caught in his gaze. Nothing escapes him. The crowd shuffles, unease spreads. Eyes flicker toward each other, wondering if courage hides in plain sight. This fall was no accident. Each step, each stumble, each gasp, measured. Intentions lay bare beneath the surface of shame. He welcomed the stumble, the hurt, the gaze, the ridicule, all chosen. Pride sacrificed for something greater, something unseen. A test written in flesh and motion. Every gesture, every fall, a question, a gamble, a man stripped of everything. He seeks to see who loves when the world offers nothing, who stands when all retreat, who helps a man with nothing, whose hands reach first, whose heart is louder than fear. The question trembles in the air, heavy as the noon sun. The clamor dies, edges blur, the market stills. Baskets no longer move, voices fall soft. Time stretches, slowing around him, pulling the moment into a quiet pause. He lays back. The plan begins. Every eye, every whisper, every heartbeat. Now part of a greater design. The fall was only the start. Hands carry the weight of success. Meat is passed, shared, cut, and counted. Voices rise in praise. Laughter and claps circle him. Every hand that touches the bounty bows slightly. His shoulders bear more than meat. They carry the honor of skill and courage. The elders nod, eyes glinting. Young men step aside without thought, clearing the path. Murmurs rise and fall. His name travels faster than the wind. Each syllable carries pride, recognition, the weight of expectation. Goats bleat as he passes. Tools lean in his direction. Land tilts under his shadow. Wealth is not in his hands. Alone it walks before him, speaks for him, demands attention. Hands reach out with gifts. Faces light before he speaks. Coins, cloth, and food open doors faster than any explanation. Doors swing open, bows deepen, heads nod. Words are unnecessary when wealth whispers. Voices rise, sharp as knives, hands point, shove, snatch. A coin falls, lands with a dull clatter. The argument flares, eyes flash, fingers jab. Greed runs faster than patience. A handful of coins changes anger to silence. Wrath melts into acceptance. Peace is bought, not earned. Cato watches. His eyes narrow. He sees the truth hidden behind silver. Words float like smoke. Easy comfort kills, strong love. Each phrase lands heavy, slow, like a drumbeat of warning. Wisdom lingers in the air, waiting for ears that listen. He moves without a word. The elder's warning trails behind, unclaimed. Silence follows him like a shadow, heavy and constant. A hand rises, herbs shake in a leather bag. A soft voice reaches him, careful and deliberate. The herbs smell of earth, of rain, of unspoken truths. Truth hides from tall men. The words strike light and sharp. They linger, pressing, testing. Cato does not flinch. No laughter, no retort, only stillness. The world seems to pause. Even the wind holds its breath. Cato listens. He carries the weight of understanding without a word. No drums, no farewells, only the quiet of movement. His tracks vanish in the dust. Shadows stretch behind him. The village sleeps, unaware that the future walks silently away. Feet press the earth. Dust rises and swirls. Each step sheds a piece of his past. Name, pride, recognition, they fade with each footprint left behind. Pain becomes his teacher. Every step reminds him of weakness, wrapping bites into skin, reminding him of limits, of lessons learned only through struggle. Muscles strain, joints ache, motion falters. Each move is practiced. Each stumble is a lesson. Every step is deliberate. Every fall is part of a plan unseen. Pride buried in the dust, spears lean unused, cloth folded and forgotten. The world sees nothing but the man sheds it all. No announcements, no celebration. The broken stranger walks. Old honor dies quietly. A new identity is forged in shadow, in sweat, in struggle. Voices rise and fall to a single command. Laughter cuts the air like a blade. Coins jingle in response. Fear fuels power. Words and rumors twist through hands like water. Heads duck, shoulders slump. The crowd bows under the weight of sound. Fear sharpens loyalty. The market bends to the loudest voice. Coins pass from palm to palm. Secrets travel faster than news. Truth becomes flexible, bending to fit convenience. Power dances between hands. Eyes lock, recognition strikes. The market freezes, a threat hovers before it lands. Every gaze sharpens. The limp slows his entry, but it draws more eyes than wealth ever could. Silence follows. Attention presses in from all sides. The test begins the moment he arrives. The lie lives now, breathing through him. Every glance, every whisper, every hand stretched in curiosity becomes part of the trial. Eyes watch, hearts judge. The question waits. Who will care when all seems lost? Shock moves like fire. Every breath stops, then trembles forward. Silence lingers, unbroken. Even drums dare not strike. The rhythm of accusation falters under reality. Arguments spark. Whispers grow. Shouts collide. Trust splinters, fractures, and twists in the chaos. Each opinion fights for air. The market vibrates with conflicting energy. Eyes drop low, fingers curl, release, withdraw. Regret hums silently. The realization of misjudgment strikes like wind through tall grass. Anger flares bright. Voices pierce the hush. Accusation ricochets, rebounding, unstoppable for a moment. Chaos meets order. Words meet deeds. He is a liar. Sound carries, sharp, over the discord. Confidence masks fear. Power tries to seize ground. The crowd feels the weight of challenge in the claim. Noise stops. Even the air seems pressed down. Attention gathers, concentrated. Judgment hangs. The market holds its breath. Every gaze lands, waiting. The next word, the next motion, the next breath will decide fate. The circle tightens, expectation coils. Every heart beats in the same tense rhythm. Staffs meet the ground with soft authority. Eyes sharpen, silence stretches. Each elder holds weight, history, and unspoken laws. The circle tightens focus. Respect is felt. Unspoken but heavy. Noise fades, the markets chatter. The festivals beat. The murmurs of the crowd vanish. All attention hones in on him. Every step measured. Every breath aware. Presence alone speaks tension. Inquiries. Strike fast. Precise. No corner is safe. No hesitation unnoticed. Each word presses, pushes, and peels layers. The circle demands clarity. Silence answers nothing. Yes, I planned it. Truth slides from lips without flourish. No pleading, no apology, only clarity. The words hang in the air, sharp and unyielding. I wanted true love. Simplicity cuts through noise, expectation, and fear. Hearts pause, the elder's eyes narrow, balancing judgment with understanding. Motivation stands bare, undeniable. The crowd shifts attention. Eyes demand counter-accountability. The loudest voice now feels the weight of scrutiny. Laughter fades. Power strains under gaze. Stories unravel. Words crumble. Falsehoods cannot hide. Every tale, every excuse, every manipulation breaks under the force of truth. The market watches as masks fall. Hands retreat. Baskets are withdrawn. The currency of trust evaporates. No coin will pass. Respect measured in honesty outweighs wealth. Doors close silently but surely. Authority moves quietly but firmly. Power slips through grasping hands. Influence falters. Position becomes void. Law stands steady. Words roll precise and fair. No hatred, no cruelty, only consequence. Each syllable measured, weighted order is restored by action, not emotion. Head bows, shoulders settle, pride bends without breaking. The price of courage, the cost of love, is worn openly, humbly, without complaint. Exile stretches ahead, clear and unquestioned. Steps forward are deliberate. Every motion marks the line between what was and what will be. Departure is acceptance made visible. No hesitation, no glance aside. Feet move steady, voice is calm, presence carries decision. She crosses the space, deliberate, unwavering. I chose the man. Words fly like arrows, direct and true. The market falls silent. Judgment halts. Truth stands unshaken. Whispers dissolve. Suspicion fades. Silence carries authority. Truth bears weight heavier than rumor. Consequences shrink before clarity. Not equal in stature, nor in past, yet honest in step. Movement synchronized with decision. Strength shared in trust. Footfalls mark courage, not conquest. The village exhales. Time moves. Silence returns to rhythm. Footprints fade, yet memory lingers. Space opens for new stories to grow. Words, actions, choices, all move forward. The story does not end. It flows, carried by those who dared, remembered by those who watched. Legacy lives in motion. Movement eases. Hands unclench. Voices soften. The air is heavy with quiet. Eyes linger on footprints, on gestures made. The moment stretches. Reflection grows in the stillness. Words fall, measured, deliberate. The lesson begins without hurry. Each syllable carries weight. Every ear bends, every heart listens. Knowledge moves gently but cannot be ignored. Love is proven in deeds, in endurance, in courage, not in words or adornment. Each act of bravery, each step toward honesty, measures what hearts are truly made of. Falsehoods crack under patience. Rumors splinter and vanish. Truth stands alone, solid and unshakable. The weight of honesty is felt in every eye and breath. Fear cannot bind what chooses to act. Strength rises when ease retreats. The bold move forward even when pain waits at every step. Gold glimmers, tools gleam, coins rattle, but their glow is fleeting. Hearts do not bend for silver or praise. Riches past character remains. Pity cannot plant roots. Hands outstretched in need invite attention, but not devotion. Love requires presence, risk, and truth, not sympathy. Decision comes at the edge when everything is at stake. Courage sharpens. Commitment is measured by what one will endure. This is the true test of heart and will. Silence waits, listening. Each phrase lands deliberate and precise. Weight flows through them. No word is wasted, no truth hidden. Every listener feels the measure of meaning. Legs push, step by step, carrying determination. Each movement is deliberate. Action becomes the vessel for truth, for courage, for choice. Hearts follow where honesty leads. Footsteps mark the path, and trust moves in rhythm. The story continues, carried not by fear, not by wealth, but by the unwavering courage to act rightly and love truly. Hands extended, voice quiet, he speaks in careful words. Each syllable moves like a feather in the morning wind. His gaze drops, but determination hums beneath it. He offers himself for small tasks, for coin earned by labor, not pity. Faces shift. His eyes turn aside. Silence greets his words. Each door shut is a barrier, a reminder that the world favors the strong, the loud, the known. He does not falter but notes. Each movement, each pause, each whispered judgment. Promises bloom, briefly, then vanish. Hands wave, beckon, and vanish. Laughter drifts behind him. Each promise broken leaves him one step from hunger, one step from despair. He moves, patient, learning the rhythm of deceit. Goods change hands without consent. What he reaches for is gone. Mockery ripples through the crowd. Hunger bites. Shame pricks, sharp like dust in the eyes. He takes the empty basket, stands taller, lets the laughter roll past without answering. Small hands flick earth and grit toward him. Fingers jab, eyes gleam. Laughter of youth, cruel and curious, stabs at pride. Yet he bends low, catches nothing, lets it fall. Every thrown handful becomes a lesson in patience. Water waits. No words, no pity. Just a vessel and cool liquid. Relief touches his lips. Gratitude rises quietly. The gesture speaks louder than applause or praise. Her voice drifts like wind over the fields. Short, measured, careful. She listens before she asks. The weight of attention is heavier than gold, gentler than a coin. Her kindness is action, not speech. A piece of cloth, torn and ragged, is stitched. Hands move fast, skilled and patient, no questions asked. Need is reason enough. He watches, silent, absorbing the quiet mercy that asks nothing in return. Night softens voices, shadows lengthen. Words are cautious, deliberate. They speak of small things, of survival, of life's small victories. Conversation flows in fragments, each sentence held as carefully as a spark. The question is simple, gentle, like water finding a path. He considers, weighs, then answers. A half-truth slips, measured and safe, carrying only what he chooses to share. Truth waits, hidden, patient. He offers fragments, not the whole story. Silence carries the rest. Words, shield, guide, and test. Listening becomes understanding. No oath is spoken, no contract binds them. Hands touch lightly, eyes meet in agreement unspoken. A bridge forms in action, in shared labor, in quiet observation. Sharp eyes narrow, calculating. Every gentle gesture, every act of mercy is noted. The market shifts under scrutiny. Suspicion moves like a shadow behind every smile. Bad luck walks with the broken. Sound cuts the air, echoes over the paths. Heads turn, whispering follows, fear rises. The market bends to volume. Courage is measured in the silence between words. Whispers stretch ahead, faster than deeds. Stories twist, warp, escape control. Eyes shift, hands pause. Cato feels the pressure of unseen judgment, the pull of a world eager to define him. No one hires, offers vanish. Tasks disappear as quickly as they arrive. Hunger and patience meet in silent struggle. Every failure sharpens resolve. Every denial carves focus. Attention presses on her. Every step she takes echoes in hushed tones. Whispers trace her movements. She carries the quiet burden of choice, of action, of kindness under scrutiny. To help is to risk. Each gesture costs more than words can measure. Eyes judge, coins delay, suspicion grows. Even mercy has a price when the world measures power in fear and laughter. Coins remain hidden in pockets, hands hover over wares, then retreat. Silence hangs heavier than voices. Pots, bright and sturdy, wait, unnoticed. The market hums around them, indifferent to effort and skill. Eyes glance, dart, and whisper. Words travel faster than steps. Rumors coil around her wares. Judgments form before questions. She stands steady, letting the murmurs pass like wind through reeds. Short steps approach. Eyes sharp. Words cut straight. Warnings spoken in few syllables. Authority presses gently, but firm, bending attention. Bending expectations, but not her resolve. Respect is wielded like a tool. A gentle pressure on the shoulders, an insistence on obedience. They speak with authority, not anger, shaping the market's rhythm, trying to guide hands and hearts. No words are needed. Her refusal rolls out quietly, final as a stone in a river. The crowd notices but cannot change her choice. Silence carries the weight of decision. A voice cuts, sharp and loud. Laughter explodes in its wake. The crowd leans in, eager to watch pride stumble. The insult lands, but the target does not move, does not answer. Muscles tighten. Spine straightens, the lie hovers near breaking. Every movement is measured, every breath controlled. The market waits. The world presses. Words form, sharp and urgent behind lips. Silence holds them back. Each pulse of restraint becomes stronger than noise. The market hums, expecting speech, yet silence wins the moment. Pain hums through bones. Waiting stretches long. Each second weighs. Patience becomes a tool. Endurance a shield. Pride bites at the edges, but he does not yield. A shadow passes over the crowd. Smiles curve with hidden meaning. Protection is offered. Thinly veiled, power shifts subtly, quietly. A deal made without spoken consent. Leave him, the words float, carrying expectation. The market bends to threat. Choice he steals from kind hands. Words drip sharp, poisonous. Eyes widen, hands hesitate. Rumors coil tighter. Fear spreads, invisible ropes pulling at decisions. The crowd stiffens. Whispers grow. Choices are forced by silence and threat. Every step measured, every gesture under scrutiny. The market's gaze is a tightrope. Distance narrows. Her voice is steady, deliberate. No noise, no distraction. Only question and attention, clear as wind on open land. Are you using me? It slices through rumor, through expectation, through fear. Sharp, direct, unavoidable. Silence presses, time stretches. The market's noise fades to a low hum. Every breath, every glance, every heartbeat fills the space. The answer matters. I have nothing to use you for. Words land carefully, true and unadorned. No lies, no pride, no hiding. Truth hums quietly through the market's tension. Sound rolls over distant rooftops, over baskets and stalls. It beats in hearts and hands, calling attention, warning, preparing. Rhythm measures anticipation, rumors tremble, eyes flick. Time presses forward. The unspoken teeters. Decisions, hidden plans, and truths stir, ready to surface. Every gaze, every heartbeat counts. The rhythm shatters. Air hangs thick and sharp. Hands pause, feet halt, voices catch in throats. The beat that called the market, the people, a moment breaks and time bends around it. He is a cheat. The words slam across the crowd, loud, unforgiving. Eyes snap toward the sound, hands tighten on baskets and coins. Whispers explode into sharp exclamations. Space collapses. Bodies press together. The circle tightens. Movement is frantic, uncoordinated. A swarm of curiosity, fear, and judgment. Every gaze locks on the accused. Every step quickens. Silence crashes down. Staff rises firm, heavy with authority. The crowd stiffens. Motion pauses. Even the wind seems to wait. Control is forced, but tension hums beneath. Fear cannot root her. She moves through the press. Steady, deliberate, eyes follow. Whispers linger, trying to sway her, but she does not falter. Courage pulses in her hands, in her steps. Words flow, sharp, clear. Defense rises before accusation lands. Choice is made. Protection offered without question. The market freezes in the audacity of her action. No walls, no shields, no hidden corners. Every gesture is public. Every word risks everything. The crowd gasps at the boldness. Silence stretches tense and electric. Anger consumes control. A push, strong, cruel bodies, clash. Air bursts with motion. Authority and rage collide. The crowd leans forward, watching the weight of power strike. The lie falls with him. Dust rises, pride trembles. Every eye witnesses the collapse. Every heart feels the shift. Yet the fall is not defeat. It is measure, preparation, calculation. Strength surges, bones straighten. Movement sharp and deliberate. The air shocks at the sudden power, the sudden assertion of truth in motion. No falter, no sway. Presence commands attention. Truth occupies space. The market feels the shift before words are spoken. Stability becomes declaration.